Welcome to the Dave Show. My name is Dave, and today I'm here to talk to you about this Laminator. It's a machine that will laminate things like documents and pictures and photos and that kind of stuff. Now, the company did send me this product for review, but they wanted me to show you what comes with it and how it works. This has got all kinds of little bits and pieces and features to it, which is pretty cool. So let's take a look and see what's inside, and we'll put it to the test and laminate something. Okay, what you're going to get in the package, you are going to get an instruction booklet manual, which is always a very good idea to look at and read through it. It comes in a bunch of different languages here. They do give you actually some laminated sheets. They give you 12 sheets of different sizes. They're all the same color, so it's hard to tell. But you get some the smaller ones. There's a medium size, a large, and an extra large. Now you can go up to a 13 inches wide, so from really small to really wide. The biggest sheet here is like 17 inches, so you can go 13 inches by 17 inches for the machine itself. Now these are laminated sheets for heat. These are the heat sheets. It doesn't say the size of it, the thickness. I'll tell you why that makes a difference here in just a minute. But again, these are for the heated part of it. This machine will actually do cold pressing as well, cold laminating, but you need special sheets. You need special sheets that have adhesive on it, which is also good for like photographs if you don't want to heat up your photographs. So you get a whole bunch of these and the unit itself. Let's take a closer look at that. Okay, so here's the unit itself here, and there's a little surprise because inside this little top here lid is some accessories. You're actually going to get a cutter, this little paper cutter that you can cut down photographs, or once it's laminated you can trim it down, which I'll be using as well. So you got a little measurements, or a little ruler guide, and a little slicer thing here. You're also going to get a couple little other things here. You're going to get a hole punch. So this here is a little hole punch. So once it's laminated, punch a hole in it, and you can put a ring of some kind in it if you want to. And speaking of rings, over on this side, they actually do give you some of these little metal rings that you can bind a bunch of laminated pieces together if you want to use it like a flip book kind of thing. And this item here is a corner cutter. So since once you laminate it, and if you're trimming it, the corners are really sharp, you can actually put it in here and trim the corner. We're going to test all this stuff out here with a sample, but this is some of the goodies that you get inside of this nice little lid. That's all it does there. Now over here on this side, this is your switching. So your switch mode, there's a 125 MIC and 80. That has to do with the temperature and the thickness of your laminated sheets. Now I don't know what the thickness is of the laminated sheets, so I'm just gonna guess. I'll probably just gonna put it on the hottest setting and see how that goes. But there's also a cold feature here, the cold one. Like I told you before, you can just run it through cold rollers. Now the thing is, if you're going to do that, don't do a hot first and then try to do the cold. You have to let it cool down, and the hot should actually heat up very quickly. They say 60 seconds, so we'll take a look at that. This is the front part of it here, and they give you the different sizes. So from A6 to A3 size paper side, that's how you feed it through. You just put the stuff in, and the rollers will take it from there. I'm going to do a sample of that as well. And then on the back side, this is where the laminated sheets come out. And then there's also this little switch here, though. This is a release button, like an emergency release button. So if something gets stuck in there, you can do this, and it opens up the rollers, and you can pull your piece of paper or your laminated sheets out. And of course, you have a plug-in here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plug this in, and we're going to test it out. I'm going to find something to laminate it, and we're going to give it a shot. I have everything plugged in, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And it goes into the cold mode. Now I'm going to hit the switch here to go to the 80 and then the 125. If you can see, it's green, it's flashing. We're just going to wait a few seconds. It says 59 seconds or a minute. Once that turns solid green, then we're ready to go. Now let's talk about the lamination stuff. Now there's the laminating sheets. There is an opening on one end, and it's sealed on the other. So what we're going to do is, I actually just printed this little photo out. This is just on paper. It's not an actual photo, obviously. But I'm going to go ahead and put it into here, and you want to just line it up and make sure it is in there good and covered. This is just about the right size. This is a normal piece of paper, and then it goes in. You can see it's a little bit longer, so we're going to trim that off. But it's in there nice and good. You want to make sure that there's a border around all the sides so it has something to seal up against. I want to try to straighten it out as best as I can and get it in there. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to feed through the sealed end. We're going to feed that through this way first, but we're going to let this go ahead and heat up, and we're going to feed it through and see how it works. Okay, now that it is solid, you see that it was only about a minute, not a big deal. I have this all lined up, and I'm going to just feed it with, again, the sealed part of it here. Now, if you notice, it's kind of a frosted color. It's going to get clear once it goes through the machine. So I just do it a little bit there till the rollers take over. And now I'm hands-free, and the roller is going to roll it through, heat it, seal it, and we'll see what it's like on the other side. Ooh, there we go. Now this is warm. It is warm. It is hot to the touch. So you got to be careful when it comes out. Let it cool down a little bit. But you see it got clear, nice and clear through here. And actually that picture looks pretty nice. That was just printed off my ink printer from the internet. But pretty nice there. Now we have this extra bit here I'm going to cut off, so let's go ahead and do that. Now we get to use the included tools. Let's go ahead. I'm going to take this and put it underneath. This thing just kind of lifts up like that. And there's measurements and everything on here. There's also a straight edge a little bit, so you can bump this up to make sure we have a nice straight edge. And you don't want to cut, of course, into the paper, the print, because that'll open this up. You want to make sure you still have it sealed. So I want to give it a little extra room. And then if you press down and go all the way across, it should cut. Yeah, perfect. Nice, good little cut. There's a blade built into that thing. And now it makes a nice trimmed edge all the way around. Now this edge here is rounded. This is rounded. These two are no longer rounded because we cut this edge off. So that's where this little tool comes into place. Now this is the corner rounder. So I'm going to place it into the corner. It just kind of goes right on in. You can see that there. And press down, and it clips the corner just perfect. And pull it. Sometimes you get a little shard out there, and you can trim it with scissors if you want a little bit, but that's not too bad there. And then you have your hole punch. So I'm going to go ahead and put a hole into this like that. Now if you have these rings, you can actually take the ring, open it up like that, and now you can actually hold a bunch of laminated sheets. So if you have some kind of instructions or a flip chart or anything that you need laminated sheets for, you can put them all in a ring and make a nice little booklet to keep them all nice and handy. Very nice. Okay, as you can see, it's super easy. You can get more of these laminated sheets, by the way, just online. There's nothing special to them. A lot of places make laminated sheets, or this manufacturer. You can also get them from that. Again, different ones for cold press. If you want cold press, it's a different type of sheet. Make sure you do that. But it does a really good job. I like it. If you are looking for a nice laminator that's simple, easy to use, this one may be the right one for you.